So in Robert Greene's book, The 48 Laws of Power, the second law of power is never put too much trust in friends and learn how to use enemies. In this law, Robert warns that you be wary of friends because they can grow quicker to envy and will betray you more quickly. He says that if you hire a former enemy, he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. You have more to fear from friends than you do enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. For a transgression of the law, Robert lists Michael III, the emperor of the Byzantine Empire. For his second in command, Michael had two choices. His friend Basilius, who he loved like a brother and grew up with, or his uncle Bardas, who was much more qualified for the job. In the end, Michael chose Basilius, who he loved like a brother, and there was only one problem with Basilius. He never seemed to have enough, so Michael would double, triple, quadruple his salary and gave him so much power that he tried to get Michael to kill his own uncle. When Michael did allow for him to kill his uncle, he asked to assume his position as head of the army. Years later, Michael III was in high debt, and he asked his friend Basilius to borrow back some of the money that he had given him over the years. Basilius refused, then killed Michael and assumed his position as the emperor. Michael had created a monster, giving a man everything he ever wanted for absolutely no cost whatsoever. In the end, this fucked Michael over. Robert Greene gives this example for an observance of somebody following the law. In 959 AD, the new Emperor Sung had an epiphany. After the fall of the Han Dynasty in China, emperors would come to power then immediately be taken out of power 1 or 2 years later. Emperor Sung asked himself how he could solve this problem. So he threw a banquet with all of his enemies, then called them out, saying, "If you are willing to give up your positions of power, I will take care of you for the rest of your life." Realizing that they didn't have to live in fear anymore, they all agreed to the emperor's proposition and retired as nobles. Over the next few years, the emperor campaigned in southern Han. When the king of southern Han surrendered, he was surprised to find himself invited to join the emperor's court. Fearing that his wine was poisoned, he refused to drink the wine that was provided at their first banquet. The emperor then decided to take the entire glass of wine, drink it, and from then on they became friends forever. For more breakdowns of the 48 Laws of Power, go ahead and give me a follow, and